Good night. Have one time tonight. God is good. God is good all the time. My name is Irma Just Spiritual Divine. I'm here to give y'all a little shout news on tonight. First, we're going to start with a mother's son got killed at UNO University. Now, this happened in 2019. So she's still dealing with justice. So that's why it's still going on. So they told her, they had told her son named Jace, they told her he was dead. He was shot. So one mother, was spend Thanksgiving remembering her son. Cause he got shot Thanksgiving Day on the 24th of 2019. So every time Thanksgiving come, they're gonna remind her of her son. You know, so uh, so Miss Scott lost her son on November the 24th, Thanksgiving Day. 3 years ago. Unfortunately, this is not the first shooting on UNO campus. So this happened before. 3 years ago, this happened 3 years ago. He's 19 years old. The student was killed on a campus on Thanksgiving Day. When her son Jason Scott was murdered on UNO campus. In a small in Cuba, business building. Since Jason's life was taken, his mother Chantel still fighting for justice. That's why this is still going on. This happened 3 years ago, and she's still fighting for justice. You know, justice her life. Her life hasn't been the same. Since that phone call. Her life hasn't been the same ever since she had received that phone call. The phone call. Time and you ain't know that he was in the band. He also was in the band. So 20 years old Andrew Grant was arrested in connection with the 2019 shooting that he was charged with shooting that he was doing. He was arrested connection with the 2019 shooting. He was charged with homicide and obstruction of justice. So now we're gonna talk about this all this shooting and stuff going on right here. So what they might start doing with universities campus, they might start investigating. Because they said it's not the first time. You sending your child out to school, to college, not knowing they're gonna have this kind of activity on the site. So I'm sorry to hear that, even though that was 3 years ago. That pain, you will still feel that pain as it was happening yesterday. So here go another massive shooting. There was three massive shooting in 2 weeks. Now President Bennett he spoke on it. Pushes for stricken guns. So in a way of these massive shootings in the United States, in a span of 2 weeks, the President Bennett is renewing calls for sticking guns. In assault weapon. So um, CBS News discussed the president's statement and administration involvement in the ongoing navigation between the railway campus and the unit. Now they investigate after the match that first they had learned more about the man accused of gunning down the six co-workers at the Walmart. So the police said that's the third one. You know, uh, 31 homicide. So Andrew Blank Legal brought the guns on the morning show of the shooting. So they also he was educated. You know, his cell phone was appeared to be noted and accompanied about his job. And harassment. And a coworker. So then he took his own life after he went on a rampage. And the president called for a stronger gun control measure yesterday. The president said that the idea that we still allow semi-auto guns weapon is thick. It has no social redeeming value. So we talk about this mother's son had got killed at UNO. You know, Barry got killed at UNO. And so we sorry to hear for that because the parent is still in pain. Even though this might happen years ago, you know, but you will still be in pain. So they found someone to arrest was in the connection of the 2019 shooting. You know, so we also talk about the master's shooting. You know, it, it's just too much, and the automatic guns they is still selling, and people are still buying. So I'm gonna say we got to start taking these guns off the street. I came with all kind of rules and backgrounds and everything to take these guns off the street. That kind of weapon. They don't even need that kind of weapon on site. That's the school that you're supposed to be learning. And that they shouldn't even come on the campus with guns. And so we also talk about the master of shooting. Talk about the master shooting. So it's just too much shooting. And a month ago we were trying to get these guns off the street. We were trying to get these guns off the street. And every time you stop someone, anything that is supposed to be done, we need all the cops to check these cars, these vehicles, and anything that they have on them. Because all these guns have to be removed. So that's all the notes I have for you on tonight. Y'all have a blessed day, and I see y'all